we are from Vision Gate and we are having Q&A session with our topics. We have Piyush Singh with Air Rank 106. So let us start with the session. So Piyush, tell us about your journey.
So I actually joined Vision Gate like after I appeared once in the 2020. After I prepared for by myself, and then I got less marks, very less marks, around 42 or something. And then I talked to one of my teachers who was a student of Professor Rajit, and she suggested me that he's a very good teacher. Sumitra ma'am. So Sumitra ma'am, she taught me OS, and she was one of the students of Rajiv sir. Rajiv sir, oh my goodness, sorry. And she taught me OS, and then I asked for her guidance, and she helped me with that. And she told me about how he's excellent at all the 10 subjects, not just one. So I also read 4 interviews, and I read the Google interviews, and I wrote one myself as well in the Thane branch, in the other branch, and I joined the classes, and the results are here now, so it's quite evident.
So Piyush, you were in final year, right?
Yes, I was in final year. I gave the exam once, but then I took a drop during the COVID situation. I also opted for job, but then I thought I should give my complete focus towards GATE. So I didn't took the job offer. I rejected it, and then I gave my complete concentration on GATE. And
so you never had this peer pressure that you are in final year and not opting for placements or MS, but opting for GATE and had to take a job?
No, I didn't have this peer pressure because almost everyone's year was wasted. Almost everyone, not all the students, due to the unfortunate situation of the COVID-19. And so that was a little bit relief, though a lot of things happened. But yeah, but I didn't have any sort of peer pressure because I knew that I was doing this for myself, and it would benefit me in some or the other way. Even though if I wouldn't achieve a particular rank, it would definitely help me to gain some knowledge in one or the other form.
So sir, we would like to hear something about Piyush from you.
Yeah, so actually Sumitra is my students for GATE 2019 batch, and she is also teacher into the same engineering college in Versova, Rajiv Gandhi, and currently Sumitra joined as a PhD students in IIT Mumbai. So she is a kind of my quite obedient students, a strict follower. So she has introduced me in her engineering college, and we have visited his college, given seminar to the different classrooms and everything. And Sumitra has recommended Piyush. Piyush has already one unsuccessful attempt in 2020. So Sumitra has recommended him to join Vision Gate. She personally called me for Piyush that he is going to join the Vision Gate. And Piyush joined somewhere in the February 2020, and unfortunately just kind of within a month time this COVID situation came. Of course none of us, even as a teacher, me or any students we are not be able to predict how long this COVID will be. Whether it will be till 31st March, means 10 days, 1 month, 2 months. We have never seen this kind of situations and never listened this kind of situations, that the Mumbai local train has been stopped for normal public for approximately whole 1 year. So we are always waiting after 2 months, 3 months, 1 month, but after June, July, then we knew that this situation will take a good thing about this Piyush. That he was always regular into the online classes. Even we had very less physical interactions because he joined, and immediately after a few days there was COVID session. And even in the very last till month of January 2021, he was there and he used to attend the session from online. There were very less number of students whom you are today seeing in the rank 1, rank 17, rank 38, like Ashutosh, Sejal, Jaideep, Piyush. They used to be in the very last lectures, and this is my very general statement. Those who will stick in the very last class, that student is going to succeed, and all these Piyush, Jaideep, Ashutosh and Sejal are live example for that. So yes, he's a very polite student, work very hard, right, in very difficult kind of circumstances when future were not clear and it was kind of very unprecedented kind of situations, but work hard and now results is in front of you.
Okay, so Piyush, I'd like to ask, since you were at home whole time because of pandemic, and also since you got your degree, and that's when you started practicing for the state exams. So as we say, every mind is house to devil. So you had nothing to do, like you don't have submissions, you don't have projects. So you can easily get distracted, but you still were on your way, you were consistent. So how did you manage to do this?
So we did have a little, vivas were conducted because the final exams weren't conducted at that point.
Okay.
So we did had like PPTs to show to the professors and projects to be shown to the professors. And the final exams were also there in the month of November, if I'm not mistaken. Or it was prior to that, but the results somewhere around the end of the year. So that was part of it. But yes, a lot of this happened in the very last of the year. So at the very end of the year. So we didn't have any clue in between that. So I did prepare for that time, and the motivation was just because I had to, I didn't want to waste one more year. I already, this year was given to me as an advantage maybe, more or less, but I didn't want to waste one more year, and that is why I knew I had to do it within this year itself. So that was one of the motivations, and I do believe that somewhere or the other time which I had, if I waste it, I won't be able to gain it back. And no matter what I do, and I did realize that in the beginning, I was a little lazy. But as soon as August, September came, I realized I was wasting my time. Because after that, as soon as you start preparing and revising it all over again, you do feel like you need more time. Even if there's like a month left, you won't find it sufficient. You would just ask for more and more time. So I did feel like, a little more time would have been beneficial, but anyways, time is not.
So you can share your tactics with us, some study strategies or something.
Well, I didn't have much of practice. What Rajiv sir suggested, I went with that because his plan was foolproof, and you just do what Rajiv sir asked. If you join the class, you know that he has a very very clear vision about it, what we are supposed to do and when we are supposed to do, in everything which is very detailed, and there are phases like sir will tell you through which phase you are supposed to prepare at what level. So he told us, we did that, and he told us about the test series as well, which we all gave, and we were very punctual about it as well, and we always used to share our marks as well with sir. So we used to keep track of all of those things, and I do believe, sir's approach is fine, very good actually to get AR1, which Jerry did not. I was lagging my end, but if you follow it religiously, which sir says, if you want to do anything, you just, if there's a path, follow it religiously, and you will achieve all the goals you want.
Okay, so in spite of being in this pandemic and you have online sessions, so still you were able to make such a nice contact with sir. So how did this happen?
So actually, sir conducted live sessions on YouTube as well, and we had Google Meet session as well. So there was no gap between sir and us. We all have his number as well, and you can always contact him at any time. You can text him, you can call him. If he didn't respond, he will definitely respond after some time. So there was no such thing like if you want to talk to him, then how would he know?
Exactly.
So you have to approach him if you want to ask something. Also, sir makes this very clear. We were supposed to discuss things with our friends, which I really admire and appreciate, because that is something which will help you gain perspective about how other people think. So that was something we did have in the evening. We every day used to have discussions. I was not very participating in those discussions initially, but then in the later I did start to ask them. I made friends with other people, and it's better to have what perspective does other person have for a particular problem, so that if there is another solution or the way to solve the problem, we will get it. Otherwise, there's only one brain.
So you did make friends in online sessions too, and it was like a very healthy environment.
Yes,
right
yes.
now you guys are very nice friends.
Yes, we actually were hanging out right before the interview as well. So I did make friends with Jaydeep, Ashutosh, Rachel, many other students, and they were really nice. Even if they didn't know how to solve the problem, they were helpful enough to search it other resources online. Maybe they were not like how a person would respond if they don't know a problem. They would just not they would look into other resources as well. They were really helpful, and they went to whatever limits it took them to help other people.
Okay. So since you were in final year, so at that point when you are done with things, and now it is time for you to take a hard step, like to decide something very hard. So it will be like, I want to give this whole year, I want to dedicate this whole year for preparing for an exam. So how did this motivate you, like beforehand, that I'm gonna stop with placements since you were placed?
Yes. So I didn't have any clue in the beginning of the 4 year what I was going to do. So I thought I would opt for a job or something, and I started to. I did told my college as well. We were supposed to inform to the college that whether you were going to pursue masters or higher broad studies or whatever you were going to pursue, or you were going to look for the placement. And I did opt for placement because I didn't have any clue at that moment. So later on, then I realized that I have to pursue master at some point in my life, later or right now. So I started to talking to my teachers. I talked to a couple of professors in my college, and then I realized, whether I wanted to go into non-technical, technical background, because MBA was also another option. So after a lot of thinking and discussing with my peers and professors, I thought that I would go for masters, and then I didn't sat for any of the interviews for the job, and then I talked to Sumitra ma'am, as I said before. She helped me to approach because I didn't do the first attempt wholeheartedly, so it was not as good, and I wouldn't expect that. And she suggested me the best guidance possible, which I suggest.
So hypothetically, if I were to ask, you were preparing for this exam in 4th year or 3rd year, which would be a little bit tough to do it simultaneously with college, being in sync with college, or in your situation wherein you get the whole time to invest for it, which one will you choose?
Well, I would choose the first option. I would definitely go for. If I had known in prior, I would definitely have gone for the I would have definitely opted for a particular coaching, or I would definitely started to prepare for master if I had known before in prior, or at some point earlier. Then it might not have been the case. What is I might have saved a year. So I would have loved to. If that is the thing I need to change, I would definitely go back and tell to my younger siblings, better start preparing earlier, because time is never enough. It is never enough. You can always do better at every time you do things.
Okay, so Piyush, this is a question from many people, that if I were to give an EQ book to solve and a reference book, so a reference book takes time. It is time consuming to read the whole reference book, but if you read it, then is it better to read a reference book or solve EQ papers and keep on continuing with your lectures?
Okay, so EQ book has the problems, if people don't know, all the previous year problems.
Yeah.
So the book itself has all the problems. So if you are able to solve this problem, even though if you have not seen any sort of problem, you're good at it. But reading is, I think, so very important, because it helps you gain, extra knowledge. Even if you know everything in the books or all sorts of problems, but there might be newer problems which you might have not seen, and that might have been originated from the text itself. So it is very important to know what the author has thought in mind, and whatever their perspective was. They have written the book very simply. I think all the reference books are written in a very simple manner. Just one read is enough to help you gain whatever is written in the book. And I think so reading is definitely important, because not all the sections, whatever section is important, sir would tell you. Definitely he told us whatever section is important to read, and whatever isn't, like it as an important, meaning it will be in sync with GATE syllabus. So yeah, but I think so reading reference book is also very important. I don't think so you should skip that part. Do not skip that part.
Okay, so throughout your journey, were there any loopholes or the mistakes you made which you will like to tell us so we avoid it?
Yes, I think so. The earlier you start, the better it is. There is no need of, if you procrastinate anything, it will it will hamper your growth, or in any sort. Even if you are planning to get any rank, you should work hard for a rank higher than that. Like if you are working for rank 1, do work for rank 1, but assume that there are other 1,000 people as well working for rank 1, and you have to, not 1,000 actually, lakhs there are people who are working for rank. So anything you are working as I said, assume the worst case in all the possibilities. Do start right now. There's no need to waste time. I'm not saying that enjoying and other stuff is not important. You should not do that. But you must give as much time as possible. And yeah, you should. I think so it's quite important that you should not waste your time, because I did feel I wasted a couple of hours each and every day in the beginning. So I might want to change that. And starting early is always better. Like if you have your perspective right now in this moment, rather than waiting for a year if you're in second year and thinking that I should opt in third year or maybe in fourth year or something like that. But I think so even that at this moment that you are supposed to going to do something, so just go for it. Don't wait. So that is all.
Okay. So as we all know, you are a very smart student. In your college case, you always used to get very nice scores and pointers. Yeah, so I say that. And being that person who is technically sound, who also got placed in a very nice college, and then reaching that decision and also sticking to that for a year would have been tough for you. Would have been tough for other people around. Is there a situation where people were used to tell you should have taken the placement and done job? Or
no, not at my home actually. Not a couple of people did suggest me that I should have gone for placement. A couple of people I met at my college. I recently went to college as well, and the professors suggested me it would have been better, because I didn't told them that I was preparing for GATE or something. So they tell me that it's good. You should have a little work experience, and I said. Yeah, but I actually have something else on my mind. But I didn't tell them that I was preparing for GATE. I didn't want to jinx it, anything. So I didn't tell them. But Sundaram knew, because I did ask them, and a couple other professors also knew. I told them personally. But a couple people, my peers also suggested that I shouldn't leave the job or something. But I didn't went for it because I knew I had to pursue masters. And as I said, if you have something in your mind, work for it. Don't wait. And I just thought that, and I didn't took job.
okay, so what according to you is the amount of time a person should invest on studying per day?
Okay, that is really subjective, because I had to work a little more harder than other people, because I believe in some of the subjects more than the other. So it is really subjective, but I think so 8 hours is what people think it is. But even if you are fine and getting nice scores within, even with less than 8 hours, I think so it is fine. I think so it's not a, written rule somewhere. It's just you have to be good, and you need to know that where do you stand. That is what I feel is important. And if you, want to put more work into it, you can put it. If you want to put less work. Ultimately what matters is, are you comfortable with the subject, or do you have the knowledge? So that is, it's a little bit subjective, I would say.
Okay. So sir, what do you think, like looking at his motivation, like he did his part throughout the year, so would you expect anything more better from Piyush? Like he is definitely way more smarter, like yeah.
So actually yes, we were very close to get much better rank actually in GATE, and initially our expectation was we are getting somewhere rank close to 20. Just he did I think 2 mistakes, and his expected rank moved out from 23 to somewhere close to now 106 actually. Just he did some big mistakes, which was very simple things. He can avoid those kind of mistakes, but unnecessary, right? He was in doubt, actually get a bit panic. In future, actually, my suggestion for him, right? Always be alert. Somewhere he lacked actually alertness in terms of the GATE exam. He put 100% efforts, he was honest in putting the efforts at the very end, but he was not that very much alert. So somewhere, right, due to the lack of alertness, he paid price of a couple of questions, but there is no issues. Still he can get admission wherever he want, and definitely has to improve, be focused about their targets, and will achieve this result.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Piyush. It was very great talking to you, and I hope everyone will get motivated by this who is there getting their placements and still working for masters. So we will be back with other toppers of classes. Thank you so much.